Hello everyone! Today I am going to tackle our lesson, which is the social system model. But first, let us define what is social means and the system means. Social means concerning the organization and relation between people and communities, the way it is organized. While the system is an organized set of ideas or theories or a particular way of doing something or a group of things, pieces of equipment, etc. that are connected or work together. In other words, a system is simply a set of objects together with relationships among objects and their attributes. Therefore, a social system can be explained as an interconnected and organized activities which consist of parts that are interdependent to produce common results. Social systems are created by human beings and are strengthened by man's attitude, perceptions, beliefs, habits, and expectations. Social system has two main goals. In a social system, two or more people are constantly interacting and probably practice similar approaches, attitudes, and social values. In pattern network of relationships constituting a coherent whole that exists between individuals, groups, or institutions. It says here that an individual may belong to multiple social systems, including nuclear family units, communities, cities, nations, college campuses, and corporations and industries. The organization and definition of groups within a social system depend on various shared properties such as location, socioeconomic status, race, religion, societal function, or other distinguishable features. And second is social system of a school. The goal behavior is achieved through the integration of various institutions. To understand the behavior of teachers and educational administrators, it is helpful to use certain sociological concepts. Structure refers to the relative rankings, both formal and informal, of positions and individual within the school. And third is the social system and orderly arrangements. Every part has a fixed place and definite role to play. A system signifies thus pattern relationship among constituent parts of a structure which is based on functional relations and which makes these parts active and binds them into reality. And lastly, school as open system, interplay of influence, and the society, community, politics, history, administrator, teacher, and students. A bureaucratic organization structure with many levels to undertake duties like a pyramid model. Each has different expectations and roles coded and accepted as general rules to supervise, delegate, and etc. To understand school as a learning organization, effective transformal leadership, safe, planned activities, innovative, and dynamic. So now, what is the importance of social system model? It is to know the system in school, and it has an advantages within the community or society, and also it has an impact or influence on society. And take a look at the peak, which is the social system model.
Key elements of the school as a social system. Schools are a social system with the following key parts. Structure, roles are expectations of positions that are arranged in a hierarchy. Structure is considered teachers' conditions, status differences among students, and curriculum tracking. Social structure, which influences what is taught in school, how it is taught, and what is learned. Individual. The individual is a key unit in any social system. Regardless of position, people bring with them individual needs, beliefs, and cognitive understandings of adjust. All the individuals and educators found in schools come from society. It is only natural that their thinking should influence life in the school. Culture represents the unwritten feelings of the organization, its shared values. School culture refers to the way of teachers and staff members work together and the set of their beliefs, values, and assumptions they share.
Next to culture is politics, informal power relations that develop spontaneously. Informal power refers to the ability to lead or direct without a proper or official leadership title, meaning in school we also have politics, but not like the same one in our government. This kind of politics makes the individuals involved in that organization work in unity, and these informal power relations are developing naturally. Next one is technical core, teaching and learning. The teaching learning process is the technical core of school. The teaching learning process is the main or the heart of education of every schools. And next is environment. Everything outside the organization. Source of input. So, the environment outside the organization and everything in it is a source of input which could help the organization or the school improve and work more properly. That's all.
My name is Alma Tagle and I will be discussing other key elements of the school as a social system. But before we proceed with the next topic, let us define first again what is a social system. Social system refers to the activities and interactions of groups consisting of members brought together for a common purpose. And a good example of it is a classroom where they share common norms, values, and other psychological aspects. Another key elements of school as a social system is outputs. Outputs means the product of the organization. Example is the educated students. Next, we have feedback. Feedback means communication that monitors behavior. Under feedback, we have internal and external. Internal means the indicator that a certain element needs to be adjusted in order to have good feedback regarding to that element of a social system. While external, it is what we see from outside. It's the product of or the school's product that is evaluated in order to determine that certain organization functions well. That's all. Thank you.
The school as a community. What is a school as a community? School as a community used by educators. The term school community typically refers to the various individuals, groups, businesses, and institutions that are invested in the welfare and vitality of a public school and its community, the neighborhoods and municipalities served by the school. In this case, Educators may also be actively working to improve the culture of a school, strengthen relationships between teachers and students, and foster feelings of inclusion, caring, and shared purpose and collective investment. School community also implicitly recognizes the social and emotional attachments that community members may have to a school, whether those attachments are familia, experiential, civic, socioeconomic. In familia were the parents and relatives of the students, while experiential, those who are elected to oversee a school or who volunteer time and services. Civic, alumni or alumni where the former students have graduated in school or in university. Socioeconomic interest of taxpayers and the local businesses. School community may also use interchangeably with stakeholders, compromises a wide variety of stakeholders. School as a community, which school community concept is closely related to the voice and shared leadership which generally seek to broaden the involvement of more individuals and more diverse viewpoints in the governance and the programming in a school or district. The idea of a school community may also intersect with leadership themes and develop a mission and vision statements. School community concept is distinct, although the term learning community may refer to both school communities and professional learning communities. School as a community, where the idea of a school community may also have an official democratic connotation, given the majority of public schools and districts are overseen by elected school and boards or other governing bodies. School community reflects the recognition that schools as public institutions support state and local tax revenues. School as a community, English language learners, students of color, immigrant students, and special education students. In some cases, federal or state programs and foundation grants may encourage or require the involvement of multiple community groups in a school improvement effort as a condition of funding. The engagement strategies are also widely considered central to successful school improvement by many individuals and organizations that work with public schools. Reform strategy involving a variety of stakeholders from the broader community can improve communication while also incorporating the perspectives, experiences, and also expertise. That's all.
So today I'm going to discuss about the school as a learning community and what is a learning community. So what is a learning community? A learning community is a group of people who share a common interest in a topic or area, a particular form of discourse about their phenomena, tools and sense-making approaches for building collaborative knowledge and valued activities. Learning communities also offers a strategy for educational reform that involves all participants, which is the parents, learners, teachers, community members, intellectuals, and political leaders. It is also in a continual process of evolving education. So by establishing connection from both inside and outside of the classroom, where experts of all ages can be part of the resources for learning, we can help all students establish lifelong patterns for learning and support teachers in a process of continuing growth, and also encourage all learners to take an active role in the construction of knowledge. Now, let's have the learning communities in higher education. So, learning communities are groups of students who take 2 or 3 classes together. So, the classes may be designed around the unifying theme, or as in the case of courses in the specialized major. So, schools as learning communities also, when people come together and work toward a common goal, and a community is being formed. So schools also bring group of people together with a common goal of student learning. So in school, it reflects the inherent characteristic of a community.
So learning community. So this is a community where all are learners. So the philosophy of a community such as this is everyone is a teacher and a learner, and everyone has an expertise ready to share with others. So in learning community also, it is on inquiry and reflection. So here's our questions. What am I doing that will help reach the learner's outcomes for the students, and what can I learn so I can better support the student programs? So in addition, we have here the professional learning community. So the term professional learning community describes a collegial group of administrators and school staff who are united in their commitment to student learning. So they share a vision, word, and learn collaboratively, and visit and review other classrooms and participate in decision making. So that's all.
Good day everyone. So now we will be talking about learning action cells, professional learning communities. What is LAC? As is stated in DepEd Order Number 35 Series of 2016, Learning Action Cell is a session conducted by a group of teachers who engage in collaborative learning sessions to solve shared challenges encountered in school. Such challenges may include learner diversity and student inclusion, content and pedagogy, assessment and reporting, and 21st century skills and ICT integration. DepEd envisions that this LAC session will serve as a school-based continuing professional development strategy for the improvement of teaching and learning. Professional learning communities. A professional learning community is a team of educators who share ideas to enhance their teaching practice and create a learning environment where all students can reach their fullest potential. Most PLCs operate within a school building or across a district. They can be organized by grade level, content area, or an entire teaching staff. PLCs allow educators opportunities to directly improve teaching and learning. PLCs allow teachers on an easy way to share best practices and brainstorm innovative ways to improve learning and drive student achievement. Good communication is key so that educators can share opinions and feel that what they are doing in the classroom matters. PLCs help teachers reflect on ideas. Learning from others in your PLC allows you to reflect ways to enhance your teaching and to adjust your practice. The more minds that come together from different backgrounds, the more likely you are to add value and purpose to the field of education. PLCs build stronger relationships between team members. To build a strong team, it is important to define roles and the relationship of team members. This starts from understanding everyone's strength within the department and throughout your plan. Enhancing strengths of others builds trust and makes relationship come to fruition. And that's all for today. Thank you.